Hello, my name is Nutrin Namgyal. I'll be talking about the Department of Transportation and using the traffic volume count datasets. So, traffic in New York City. New York City is the third most traffic congested city in the world and the second worst traffic jam city in the country. Traffic congestion had been an ongoing issue and will continue to get worse. Some of the factors that leads to traffic congestions includes automobiles, crashes and accident, construction sites, and bad weather. Especially with the rise of food deliveries company like Uber Eats, Grubhub, DoorDash, and Postmates, there are even more cars on the road today. So traffic congestion and COVID-19 pandemic. So how is the COVID-19 pandemic affecting the traffic? It is actually helping decrease the traffic congestion because places are shut down and there are less cars and people on the road. But this is only a temporarily fix as places start to open up again and people continue on with their normal life. Traffic congestion will become even worse in the aftermath of the pandemic. So I have chosen to analyze the data sets of traffic volume counts from the Department of Transportation. These data are collected by using sensors placed along the street's segments in each area. Each street has its own segment ID and number that is used to determine the specific street being analyzed. The dataset that I will be analyzing includes the roadway names, which is the street name, the directions the automobile is going, and the date and time of the traffic volume counts. I will use these datasets to analyze traffic patterns during the peak hours on a specific neighborhoods, and then using that information to compare with other neighborhoods. So the specific neighborhood that I have chosen is Roosevelt Avenue in Queens, New York. I have chosen this area because I grew up here all my life and seeing how cluttered and congested this area is. Even though it is a really small area, there are always so many cars and automobiles and there's always traffic, especially during rush hours and weekends. So these two bar graphs shows the traffic count in the AM and PM in Roosevelt Avenue. From the graphs, we can see that the most traffic counts occur during peak hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. The lowest traffic count is at 10,382 during 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. And the highest count is at 44,125 during 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. We can see the specific traffic counts for each hour throughout the day from this graph. This next graph here is comparing the traffic counts for different dates in November 2019 during the peak hours of 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. According to the graph, the least traffic count is on November 3rd and November 10th. These two dates lands on a Sunday. The rest of the week has a high volume count during the peak hours. The highest traffic count is on November 8th, which lands on a Friday. According to these data, we can see that Sunday has the least traffic count and Friday has the most traffic count. This slide here shows a tree map comparing a few different neighborhoods in Queens, New York. Roosevelt Avenue has the highest traffic count of 90 and Elmhurst Avenue has the lowest count of 9. I just wanted to compare these neighborhoods in Queens to show how congested Roosevelt Avenue is compared to different areas in Queens. You can see there's different colors in this tree map. The darkest color shows Roosevelt Avenue, showing the most traffic count, and then as the color gets lighter, there's less traffic in those areas. This table shows the traffic count at 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. on a Saturday in 2014 to 2019. I specifically shows a random Saturday at 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., which is the peak hours of from each year. So I chose a random Saturday from 5 to 6 p.m. from 2014 to 2019. The number decreases drastically in 2017, but is now increasing again in 2019. These traffic congestion data sets have proven that the time of the day and the day of the week plays a major role in traffic count. The data has shown that there are traffic patterns depending on the day or time. Using these data, travelers can plan and arrange travel plans accordingly whenever it's possible. This presentation only focuses on Roosevelt Avenue in Queens. There are various more streets in New York City that currently have the same issues with traffic congestion. So this one only focuses on Roosevelt Avenue in Queens. If we were to talk about different streets in New York City, in Manhattan, it would probably be a lot worse. These numbers would probably be a lot worse. But this one, because Roosevelt Avenue is a small area. So how to solve traffic congestion? According to the Department of Transportation, there are different strategies to deal with traffic congestion. The first strategy is by adding more capacity. This means adding more lanes to existing roads. The second strategy is by operating existing capacity by getting more of what we already have. This means um, making construction of the roads we already have, improving it. And the last strategy is by encouraging travelers to use systems in a less congestion producing way. An example for this is the HOV lane. The HOV lane is only meant for cars with 2 or more passengers. This is just the average because different HOV lane has their own rule. Some needs 2 or more people, some needs 3 or more people. But this is a way that will help encourage people to carpool, which will decrease the cars on the roads. Traffic congestion is a serious issue, and different strategy must be done in order to decrease the congestion within New York City. As of now, traffic congestion may not be a major issue due to the COVID-19 pandemic, but it will get worse as things start to become normal again. Here are my references. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.